Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents, we don't want to make nobody over. Now you see that? Go ahead. Oh no, y'all didn't hear, did you? Go ahead and say it again. Do you hear that? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Give y'all all kinds of music, different languages and everything. All right, look, ladies and gentlemen, we got something we need to talk about. What do you need to? We got something we need to talk about. Okay, let me explain something to y'all because some of y'all just don't get it, and so it's time to help y'all get it. We ain't going Treasury Direct. What we need to do is we need to take y'all someplace else. I'm sorry. I gotta turn on me Wi-Fi. So let's turn on my Wi-Fi. Gotta find network. Somebody, where my network at? I ain't got no network on, y'all. So we ain't gonna be able to go there. Y'all hear what she's saying, right? Okay. I don't have my network. It says that this is supposed to be connected to the network, and I don't have my network on. I do know it's working, but the network ain't on, y'all. This thing ain't picking up my network, and I don't understand why, so I'll have to do that later. So let's go ahead and let's talk. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been missing one little piece of our puzzle. I want you all to follow me. Some of you guys will understand this. Some of you will take this to a whole different level. But let me explain something to you that I think you might understand. We've been going into court and we've been losing. The reason why we've been going into court is not because we don't know the rules. It's not because we don't know the laws. It's not because we don't know procedure. It's not because we don't know policy. It's because we're missing a step. Whenever they take us to court, pay attention, whenever they take us to court, they don't miss this step. What step are you talking about? They file a police report. Ladies and gentlemen, don't take my word for it. Go take a look. They file a police report. Every criminal matter starts with the filing of a police report. Some people are going to say, what would I file a police report for? Well, if you've been involved in an unlawful foreclosure in the last 3 years, you get to file a police report on that. If they violated your rights, you get to file a police report. If they're trading your property on the market and you're not receiving any dividends, then you get to file a police report for fraud. Now, some of you are going to come back to me and say, well, they said this, and they said that, and they said this, and they said I can't do this, and they said I can't do that. I need you all to understand something. The first thing they're going to do is tell you, well, we can't do this, and we can't do that. But if somebody breaks into your house and steals a simple little piece of gum, you get to file a police report, don't you? You get into an accident, you get to file a police report, do you not? If somebody steals from you, you get to file a police report. If somebody commits credit card fraud, you get to file a police report. So, of course, you get to file a police report. That's an administrative process. So, understand the administrative process for your state. Okay? Because there's a statute governing police reports in your state. Follow it. Don't tell me what they say you can't do and you can do. You are supposed to know what you can and cannot do. So do your research first. Everybody keeps coming to me talking about, well, I tried this and I tried that, and you didn't do the research. Ain't no trying when you know what you're doing. What'd you say? I said there ain't no such thing as trying when you know what you're doing. Hey, that makes a little bit of sense. That makes some sense. You ain't trying when you know what you're doing. How can you be trying to do something when you already know how to do it? You can't try when you know what you're doing. Other than that, it's just a practice. Huh, that makes sense. I know, now let me go on. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been sitting up here not following the process. Okay? For instance, we're going into court and we're putting in all this paperwork. A whole lot of paperwork. Paper. We're just filing papers. That junk has no meaning. We haven't filed a single ounce of evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, the police report is evidence. Look, follow me. I have a contract. I have a contract with the U.S. government. Me and the U.S. government, we have a relationship. So, in my contract with the U.S. government, I got arrested. Then eventually, so the charges were false. So they released me. But they've never corrected the record. They admit that they didn't have enough evidence, so under what guise were they holding me? I kept bringing to their attention, hey fools, hey, where's the court order? Because there must be a court order in order for them to have had jurisdiction in the first place. There is no court order. There is no judge ever ordering me saying, you are required to do this and you are required to do that. No order whatsoever. State of California requires such an order before they could come at me and say, we have a warrant for your arrest. They did all of this without having that order. It's called the forbidden fruit doctrine. They didn't have jurisdiction in the first instance. They didn't have jurisdiction in the last instance. I've been challenging the jurisdiction from the very beginning. So now I have to file a police report. But no, let's hold on now. I don't just stop there. I also have to file a police report with the fact that these idiots took my monies, my property, without due process of law. That they lost my properties without due process of law. I have to file a police report. You understand? Then after I file my police report, I have to now file a complaint with the insurance company. This is what I have to do. When I kept telling everybody I would love to continue doing videos and bring out information, there are so many things that I have to do for myself that I haven't done. 3 months and I haven't done any of this. I also still have to file the police report for the breaking into my storage locker at the facility that I had and them stealing all of my electronic equipment. I do have to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what happens. Because some of you will get it and some of you won't. And the ones who won't get it, I'm sorry you won't get it. You're just going to have to go and, lollipop. Okay, anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, when you file a police report, now you can go into court. Now you can file this into the court record. Now you can request the court a summary judgment, documenting that these things happened, that there has been no opposition to those facts happening. You introduce the police report as evidence into the case. They can't come in denying that those things happened because the only thing you're putting in is the facts. You're not putting in conjecture. You're not putting in your opinion. You're not putting in assumptions or presumptions. You're saying, this is what happened. Now, some of you are going to think that your assumptions, well, what they were trying to do and what they were attempting to do, those are assumptions and presumptions. They don't go with facts. Facts are, hey, they took this. They didn't have a right to take it. I filed an appeal. They ignored me. They did not process my appeal according to their own policies and procedures. See, this is my property that was taken. They had policies and procedures. They did not follow their own policies and procedures. Then on the issue of holding me in jail for, 22 months, I go after the officials, the judge, prosecutor, everybody who was associated with the case. Why? Because they're all complacent. That's what I do. Hey, Sonny and Cher. You guys remember I Got You? ladies and gentlemen, if you believe that Sonny Bono crashed into a tree while skiing, then you've been smoking more crack than anybody on the street. And you do need some help. Okay? Because ain't no way in the world that senator who was interfering with a bill that was trying to be passed through Congress, and he was holding it up because he said he wasn't going to vote on it. If you believe that he just all of a sudden during that process crashed into a tree while skiing, you got problems. Okay? Somebody was trying to get his attention and tell him, you ain't doing this no more. Well, what if they do that to you? You keep messing with them, they gonna come and mess with you. No, they not. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I ain't got time to be backing down. See, that's what the TV shows are for. The TV shows are to scare people into thinking if they challenge the system is going to challenge them back. I ain't got time for that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on a side note regarding arbitration. All of you who have an arbitration, you got an arbitration award, go into court and get your summary judgment. Okay? Document the fact that we had a prior relationship. They agree we had a prior relationship. Facts, not in dispute. They sent me a notice of change in terms of agreement, comma, I accepted their change in terms of agreement under condition, comma, they agreed to the conditions by their conduct. These facts are not in dispute. Then I sent them a notice that they were in default of the terms of the agreement. I received no response. And if in cases where they admitted that they did not respond, you're going to say, and they admit that they did not respond deliberately. Another fact that is not in dispute. I sent them a notice of intent. Sorry, that's me yawning. Sent them a notice of intent. They did not respond. Another fact that is not in dispute. The arbitrator sent them a notice of hearing and gave them an opportunity to present evidence that they responded initially. They failed to respond and or otherwise participate in the arbitration proceedings. Again, fact not in dispute. The arbitrator, after consideration of the evidence presented, rendered a determination and decision against the respondents, and they have failed to comply. Another fact that is not in dispute. Okay? And get your summary judgment based upon the facts. Just that simple. I filed a police report regarding the contractual relationship between the parties and the opposing party either taking my property and not returning it or failing to surrender my property to me. You'll have to figure out how to file that police report. It depends on what the violation is. It has to be a breaking of the law, not the law according to Garth, not the law according to Jane, not the law according to Jim, not the law according to Bob, not the law according to Tim, but the law. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you who have arbitration awards where you have not got your arbitration award confirmed, why not just go into court and get yourself a summary judgment? You don't have to redo the arbitration. Now, I'm going to suggest those of you who need redo the arbitration to get your opportunity to confirm. Yeah, I'm going to suggest you can still go through SAA because SAA will assign it to a different arbitrator, different arbitration association, so that you can get it reaffirmed. Okay? But we will be discussing that in about a week. Ladies and gentlemen, I am 90.5% my goal. Yay! Only 2.5% more to go. Well, 2.5% is not a lot. So, thank you all, thank you all, thank you all. Hey, my hope is that this information, I would go over it, I would listen to it. I know I don't want to file a police report, and that's your problem. So when you don't get your redress, when you don't get your remedy, that's your problem. Like I said, some people will listen to this. Some people who know what they're doing, some people who understand processes, they will get this. And they will understand the gravity of the information about filing a police report. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to go. I got a consult I have to do. Yeah, a lot of people have been ordering consults lately. So I guess a lot of people have some things that they need to get taken care of. I just had someone whom I've been talking to for years just called me over. Just called me over. Don't Make Me Over is the name of the song, the English version. Okay. He just called me and we were talking about taxes and how to handle that. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be talking to you about tax credits and certain forms. I think it's IRS 552 topic. 552, IRS topic 552. I think that is one that I'll be doing some research in very much shortly. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. gentlemen and ladies and gents. Please have a very good day. We will talk when we get an opportunity. Adios. Adios, compadres.